Make it do what it do, baby.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. I like it. What's going on, guys? Well, guys, we are back at it, guys. We are back at it. And welcome to another episode of the Leaping Ash Podcast, Mystery Smoke. It's been a while since we've done one of these, guys. And you know what? I sent these guys cigars. Somehow, some way, they smoked either one and they didn't smoke the other, but it's all good because I know what cigars they are, so we're good. The Panda was the one that shipped them out to everybody. But before we get to the mystery smoke, let me introduce everybody to my three compadres, baby. On the top left, as always, you got my boy Cigar Dawn.
What's going on? What's going on? Happy Wednesday.
What's going on? It's Hump Day.
Yep.
Yes, sir. On the bottom right, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only PC Silverback. What up, big dog?
Man, Hump Day.
Hump Day.
What's
right,
happening, baby?
Guys, and as always, the one finger pecking sensation himself, JJ, aka Cigar Mug. What up, doggy?
Hey, how the you doing?
Let's go. And as of course, you guys know, I am the what? Panda baby. Let's go. So before we get to the mystery smoke, guys, I know you guys before we got started, everybody's throwing this and that and smells like this. I think it's this company, blah blah blah. We're definitely gonna get to, but what are we gonna pair it up with? What are you pairing it up with, PC?
Man, tonight I got a little tequila going on here again.
Oh, snap.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how about you, JJ?
I'm doing that Traverse City Whiskey Company, the old fashioned.
Okay.
My tasty.
Good.
Yes.
And you, Donnie boy?
I'm also doing an old fashioned.
Okay. Well, the Pandas is probably going to end up finishing this bad boy up, the 1792 small batch.
Yeah.
Nice.
So before we get started, guys, salute. PC's already lighting his up. Before we get a salute in, salute. All right, guys, let's get into it. So, show your stick. I got a box spread. You know what I mean? There you go, Toro, and Donnie Boy's got the Salomon.
And mine's like softly boxed, and it could be just the way it's been in my humidor, but it seems like it's softly box pressed.
So light it up, guys. Let me know what you get in the initial.
Outside.
Oh, we've been down this road before.
You think so?
I think so, man.
Okay.
The Retro Hill kind of confirmed that for me.
The Retro Hill's a little spicy.
It's a spicy meatball, huh? Now, what are you, Donnie boy? What your first drag taste like?
I got a smooth, woody, barnyard, kind of earthy first taste.
Okay.
But it's good. I'm not, you know me, I'm not a huge earthy guy, but this one's actually pretty good.
Okay.
I'm not a real earthy, I've had this one before too, I can tell you right now.
Okay.
But
we'll see. We shall see. So, are we getting into the first third, guy? How was you guys Wednesday?
Hot. It's 103 degrees with the heat index today out here.
Oh man, that's right. It was hot today too, man. And it's the humidity, right? It's just that humidity that just kicks you right in the freaking teeth. And it's like no matter what the hell you try to do to stay cool, it just does not help whatsoever. And I hope honestly, because you're a lot, you're more out in the open than any of us, JJ. I hope you freaking put in some screen protection, man. You got to.
You would think after I've got that stuff burn off my ear and my face that I would, but I don't.
Stubborn, yo.
But I drink 6 or 7 bottles of water out there a day and supplement a Gatorade here and there. They make sure we have plenty of Gatorade and water.
But definitely, listen, Gatorade is nice and all, because the electrolytes. People have this misconception that you got to drink Gatorade constantly, and it's not good because Gatorade is very sugary. You know what I mean? And that's not what you want. You know what I mean? It's good. Like I'll water down my Gatorades because to me they're just too sugary. But I started drinking just like Don, that Powerade Zero Powerade, or whichever way you call it.
Dude, yeah.
And that one, and it's not bad. I like the blue one and the purple one. The ones, pretty much the ones I get. And even then, I won't drink a lot of those either. I mean, even though obviously it says zero sugar, etc., but still, you know what I mean? Water is always your best and first choice at all times. It should be anyways.
My buddy that was a hydration specialist used to tell me 3 bottles of water to every Gatorade.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe it.
Because you got a lot of these younger guys out here. They will supplement Gatorade for water. Like, no, dude.
Well, it's like these energy drinks as well, right? It's like
that's so bad.
They start first thing in the morning. First thing, they gotta have a Monster. They gotta have a Red Bull. And I'm like, dude, that is not the way you want to jumpstart your day, and let alone your blood pressure, and your heart racing. Maybe it's the old man in me now,
Well, for me, man, it's the sodium. All the sodium that you get out of that, more so than the sugar. I'd rather stick to the zero Powerades myself. And I can't drink the red flavor. I have to drink the blue flavor.
I'm weird. Everybody says I'm weird. I like the lemon lime is my favorite. Or orange.
Yes. I don't know how you do that, brother.
I don't mind the orange. That, you know what? That won't surprise me because I thought it was gonna be, especially it being zero sugar. I thought it was gonna taste like Robitussin.
Yeah, and it don't have that aspartame like taste. A lot of that stuff does.
Correct.
That stuff's the worst. That's worse for you than sugar. If you're drinking something that is supplemented with aspartame, you might as well just drink the sugar.
It's crazy. So how was your Wednesday on Donnie Boy?
It was good, man. Just I got a funny story. So I come back from lunch today and I sit back down and I got a meeting request from my boss and her boss. And I was like, oh, that's never good. Like, that's not good. Like, and I was like, so and it was about something that I don't handle. And so I texted my boss. I was like, hey, was this meant for me? And she said, yes. Don't know what it's about. I was just told to set the meeting. And I was like, okay. So I'm sweating, dude. I'm looking back through my email. I'm looking like, what did I do? What did I do wrong? And come to find out, it was we have a independent adjuster that works for us that's maybe got some conflict of interest, and they want me to do some research and look back at some of the claims that he's done and see if, and they wanted it kind of on the down low. So I was like, oh man, don't do that to me. And then I got to swing over. I went to my doctor's office. I just hit my 2-year anniversary from my weight loss surgery. So I'm still maintaining everything's good. My blood pressure is good. All that stuff's good. So
you can't ask for anything better than that.
And we just hit the 1-year anniversary last week of us getting together in Tampa last year.
You saw the pictures I posted?
Yeah.
I know is it not crazy that a year ago, when it came into, on your iPhone, you had the memories, and I'm like, already? It's been a year already?
Dude, fast.
I'm like, dude, it's just, we'll get to that because, I kind of want to recap on Tampa again because, you know what, we definitely got to figure out either to go back to Tampa or to go to another location, but we'll figure that out, And how about you, PC? How was your day, my brother?
Hey, my day started off with a bang, man. Out here in these filthy streets, but it was a good day, though. I ended up getting all the information that I needed, which was new information. I updated my files and stuff like that. So, and it was just a good day, man. I got a chance to, do my thizzle like I normally do, but things are starting to swing back my way. But today was just one of those days, man. I had to monitor a situation that the wife and my son is going through, and it's just very tedious, man. And trying to keep them calm, and then trying to keep them at a level pace, man. But my son is handling it like a champ, and I'll after the situation's over with, I'll let y'all know exactly what it is.
Okay.
Nothing detrimental.
Okay, good. Well, my day was just as interesting as yours, Don. So I get called into my supervisor's office, and he's like, I got to go upstairs. Don't ask me what it's about, but they want you and one of my coworkers, they want you upstairs at 10 a.m. And he's bringing a notepad. And I'm like, what the hell did I do now? I'm like, so I'm texting him. Like, he's up there for about a good 45 minutes and he still ain't coming down. So I'm like, what's going on? And crickets. And I'm like, man, I'm pacing. You can see my tracks in the office, right? So I get my boy and I was like, hey, listen, they want us to go upstairs at 10 o'clock. He's like, for what? I go, I have no idea. I said, he doesn't want to say nothing. He's already upstairs. I go, and I text him. He doesn't want to answer or reply. I'm like, what? He's like, what do you think it is? I said, well, him and I, we've handled 2 cases together, and they've been major clusters, right? And this one in particular, you could tell that this individual is not understanding our limitations at this level. You know what I mean? And this individual does not want to take, not necessarily no for an answer, but she doesn't want to accept. Let me say she. I didn't want to say she, but I already said it. She doesn't want to accept that we've done as much as we could possibly do, within our boundaries. That's just the way I can say it, without giving up too much information about the case, because it's not a case. And so we had that one. There was another case that him and I got involved in, and I'm like, dude, I go, both of these cases are yours, man. So I'm telling you, you better, whatever it is, man, you better own up to it, man. So we start joking around. So 10 o'clock comes. Dude, my heart is pounding. I'm like, what the hell is going on, man? So I go upstairs. So my partner's like, you open the door. I'm like, you open the door. You open up. Man, so it's a big conference room, right? I open up the door. Bro, all the brass is upstairs.
Damn.
And the room goes dead silence, and everyone's just looking at me and my partner walk in. And me, the only way I know how to deal with stress is by joking. I go just like this. I go, what the F did I do now? I said, I've been in my damn cubby hole this whole time. I said, it's his fault. And then I said, I don't know what it is, but it's his fault. And they're like, damn, P, you throwing him on the... He did it. So I kind of broke the ice. Everybody's laughing. I'm like, okay, so because if you crack a joke and no one laughs, then know it's at a whole another level.
Please take a seat, Officer Cordero.
Damn it, Axel Foley.
And that's exactly it, right? I am Axel Foley, man. So we sit down and they start talking about things. And I'm like, what the hell are we doing here? I'm still, no one's saying anything. So then one of the executive officers, he steps out. First he whispers something to the head honcho's ear. And he goes, yeah, go get it now. And I'm like, yo, now I'm finished. But anyway, long story short, guys, he comes in and I'm like, he has something in his hand, but he's not really showing what the hell is in his hand. I'm like, what the hell it is? So end up being that they finally gave me my 25-year anniversary plaque.
Dude, hell yeah.
So Now, mind you, they're 2 years behind, but who cares?
Right.
I'm just grateful that I got it.
Nice to be
You know,
recognized.
Yes. And my partner, now mind you, he was only 60. He got his 25. I just celebrated 27. He just celebrated 25. And then a third one, they gave him his 30 year. But we all looked at each other. We're like, this guy got more than 30 years on the job. And he's like, yeah, I got 35.
Damn.
And so they're 5 years behind. You know what I mean? It was so yeah. So in the same, you know what that is that you don't know. You open up that door, everyone just stays quiet and just looks at you walking in. I'm like, oh my God, what did I do now, man?
Right.
Who did I piss off now? Whose
Right.
cornflakes I pissed in? But the head man, he's like, this guy I will forever remember him because when we were up here doing serious stuff, he broke the ice and just like he is doing now. And I called myself and I gave myself a nickname. I tell you, like clickety clap. You know what I mean?
Right.
So ever since that, everybody upstairs calls me, hey, clickety clap. That's all they call me by. So now my supervisor think it's stupid, right? He's like, whatever. I'm like, listen, I did what I had to break the ice, man, because he got too serious. And I'm not that serious, man. I'm like, yo, life's too short to be that serious. But yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And so I was grateful, you know what I mean, to finally get my plaque. Like I said, even though it's 2 years behind, I didn't care because like 25 years, man,
That's special, man. It really is.
it is.
Especially with what you do. Especially with what you do. It's special,
So yeah, it was a proud moment, and it was like, so I immediately, like a little Mitch, you know what I mean? I have a picture like, you know what I mean? And what you call it? Then I sent it to the wifey, to my daughter and my sister. You know what I mean? And to me, it's important for my kids to see that accomplishment. You know what I mean? Because it's like, listen, you work hard. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. There really is. But back to the cigar. So who wants to go first in regards to what they're getting deep in this first third?
I'm gonna tell you. Can I go first?
Go ahead.
I know I don't know what it is because of the shape, but it's giving me cinnamon, some floral, and it's got that spongy taste like JJ was saying, but it's also tasting like a Plasencia. But I know by the shape that it's not a Plasencia, and I'm trying to narrow it down from that point on.
PC'd myself right on my lap. So, just for the record, PC, Plasencia does have a regular tall size cigar. Just for the record. I know your bouginess is only used to smoking the six, though. You know what I mean? But there are other sizes in Plasencias, buddy, that are not the octagon or, hectagon or whatever octagon it is. I'm just saying, putting it out there into the universe. How about you?
I'll meet you in the octagon.
Oh, yo, hold on, wait a minute. I already tap out, man. I'm already hurt, man. I'm already hurt, man. I'm too old, man. I ain't got no time, man. What is it? 2 minutes and 3 seconds. That's it. 2 minutes, 3 seconds, man. So what do you got? How about you, JJ?
Well, I'm definitely getting off the wrapper. Maybe the sweetness, maybe I can call it a cocoa, maybe. But there's definitely that cinnamon piece he was talking about.
Okay.
But that retro hell, there's a sweetness I get off the retro hell. I just cannot put I want to say it's familiar, but I just don't quite know yet. But there's a lot of cigar left to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely, I would say, a leather component to it. Now I'm just wondering, where is this bad boy from? By the taste, I'm saying Nicaragua.
Okay.
But I'm probably wrong.
Yeah. All right, Donnie boy. I'll get back to that response in a moment. How about you, Donnie boy?
So I think I'm a little jaded because I think I know what this is. And so I'm smoking it thinking that's what it is. So I'm wondering if I'm getting the notes that I'm getting because I think I know what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm getting an earthiness. I'm getting a nuttiness. This is one of the. I'll be honest with you. This is one of the smoothest retrohales of the cigars that I've smoked. It's a very no burn to the retrohale whatsoever. Which I like a little spice in my mouth, but I like that retrohale to be smooth because you don't want to get that where you clog your nose up, and so this is a smooth retrohale. Yeah. So I think some it's still a little earthy. It's still kind of nutty wood tasting. Got some cedar I think out of it, but the retrohale is really smooth. I really like this retrohale.
Dude, I'm inspecting this thing like I'm a gyno.
Okay. He's nose deep in it, man. So to answer your question, JJ, yes, it is Nicaraguan. Don, where do you think yours is from? Nicaragua?
No, it's not spicy like it. Well, I don't see. Even if I know what it is, I don't know the origin of it. So I'm gonna say no. I don't think so. It's not spicy like that. Like most Nicaraguan cigars. To me, I'm guessing probably Dominican on this one. I don't know. Some kind of a Habano wrapper. Something like maybe. I don't know.
How about you, PC? Where do you think the origins are from this cigar?
I kind of agree with JJ. Has that Nicaraguan going on, but I'm stuck on what you just said because I think you gave me a hint in a roundabout way. And
I know I'm not the only one thinking this. PC's about 38 seconds from PCing himself.
I don't want to say nothing, man. I'm letting it go. Little man wearing all white and everything, bro. Yo, that's hilarious.
Yeah, but I think it has that Nicaraguan taste to it. That
I know the origin of this one. I know it.
What do you think it is?
West Palm Beach, Florida, where it came from.
West Palm Beach from my humidor?
That's where it came from. Yep.
And I let that cigar rest in here. So if I'm getting cedar, it's from this. That's where the heavy cedar comes from. That's where that component came from.
But JJ, I got a hint of cedar also.
Okay,
It was early on.
Okay.
While we're talking about that, we talked about this the other night on our Discord, and I just want to bring it up. The cedar blast that you get when you open that humidor from Garfather, the leather, man, that is such a cool smell, man. We've had them 6 months, 8 months now, and they still, man, every time I open that thing, it's like,
I know, it's like I just want to dab some behind the ear.
yeah.
Oh, JJ, too much, brother. So let me see here. I wrote down my notes because I put my notes on my phone because I was like, you know what, I better put it on my. So let's see. I can't say that.
So, Brandon, while you're looking, that's got to be cool, man. Just to be in front of all the brass and get recognized for the longevity that you've had, and not just your immediate people, just the brass sitting around and going, this guy's run the race,
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I'll be honest with you. Our guys were a little salty, man. When we went back to the office because they were because they wanted to be there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I can see that. Like, hey, let's do a department thing. Like.
But listen, I was just grateful because I had asked for it about a year ago. I'm like, listen, just give me my pen. You know what I mean? Just give me my pen. I'll be happy with that. But And I told you, I've been nominated and I've won, Employee of the Month, 22 times in my career. I got a life saving award, and I've got I have a few accolades, in my resume per se. Where all those plaques that they've given me over the years is a different story. That's another story for another day. I think I was able to save maybe 3 or 4 of them.
Well, and it's nice to have you've shared with us how stressful things have been around the office here in the last couple of weeks. It's nice to have a day where you just go, all right, today's a good day. Today's a good day.
I actually keep mine right here by my desk. The man, the legend, the Uniball.
The Uniball.
That is insane.
Another story for another time.
Yeah.
That's going to have to be the Leaf and Ash After Dark.
There you go. The burn. It's like I said, you kind of, I know when I retire, it's going to be a bittersweet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already kind of putting certain things in play already, for my retirement, getting things, because I want to be able to transition to what I want to do.
I mean, you're closer to the finish line than you are the starting line,
Correct. So, I definitely want to get the ball rolling with a couple of things. I'll share with you guys, after we get off here. But and like I said, to me, I think it's some good news, and I think that it's a direction that I've been wanting to go with for a while. You know what I mean? And so hopefully that I could easily transition to it. At least even just to start a little bit here and there. And I've shared that with you guys. You guys pretty much already know what it is. To get things going. But just to start seeing things really starting to form. But I've learned from other people's mistakes, right? And we've been around and we've seen mistakes that people do. I don't want to rush anything. I don't want anything. I want to have all my ducks in a row before I go. Bam, here I am. And so and it's taken a lot longer than I anticipated, but baby steps, man. Just like everything else, baby steps.
Exactly.
Hey, let me ask you, man. Was this cigar ranked in the top 25 in 2019?
2019. No.
If that's an Alec Bradley Prensado, I'm going to fall out of this chair. I just want you to know.
No.
We know it's not a. I don't think I'm smoking a Brick House. Highly regarded cigar.
Highly.
But it's too dark to be a Brick House, though.
Uh-huh.
They got Maduros.
Yeah, but not like this.
This is like a milk chocolate Maduro. I mean, it's a pretty wrapper. It's a pretty cigar.
Mm-hmm. Any of you guys solo have any tint on it?
What is it?
Did any of your solos have any tint?
Well, this one didn't have a cello.
Oh, that's right. You know what? Because I took it out and I said I don't know why I did that. But it's all good.
But I was gonna laser scan that junker. Just to get the name.
Okay, is this a broadleaf wrapper?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
Broadleaf wrapper.
Good palate, man. Good palate.
That's that mud for you, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, I should have been a canine.
What else, guys?
I'm getting a note on this one that I've gotten before, and I don't know what it is. I'm having a hard time describing it.
So you want me to tell the rapper
For mine or for theirs?
for the? It's a Connecticut broadleaf Maduro wrapper. What do you think yours is, Don?
I think mine is a Ecuadorian Habano.
You know what it is. Oh, that's
Okay, and-
hilarious.
On this specific cigar, is the ring gauge? I'm just trying to judge. Is it a 52 on this specific cigar? 'Cause I think the dimensions on this was 6.5 by 52. I mean, if it's not 6.5, I've been living a lie.
It's yo man, I don't want to give dimensions, man, but it's 6 by 55. See, and if you look up 55 by 6, you're gonna because there's not of 6 by 55. You know, you put all those, you'll probably get it. So. Right, so think about it. Right, you mentioned some leather, right?
Yeah.
Some cedar, right, and that's part of it. You know, there's a couple of other elements. You know,
Does it have any Brazilian? Is it? What is it?
no, not Matafina or Aripiraca.
Man, I'm conflicted.
And it will be considered as a premium cigar.
I don't know if it's see, to me that's all subjective, right? You know what I mean? So
is it in the Davidoff, Padron, Opus X realm?
I wouldn't say so.
I was about to say, if it is, I'm gonna be pissed that you didn't send it to me. I'm just kidding.
Listen, Cigar Aficionados 2024.
Aficionados 2024. JJ, man, I'm 2024. Yes.
JJ know what it is then.
I know what it is. I think I could be extremely wrong. You know, at first, you know, to me, this had Pete Johnson all over it because his portfolio is a lot of exactly what this cigar is. But this far into it, I'm conflicted.
You guys are already in the second, third, boy. Yeah, I got there quick. PC, let me see where you at. Are you smoking as fast? Oh, damn, JJ.
It's a good cigar.
Look, he giving Don competition.
It's a good cigar. I mean, it's bold,
Mm-hmm.
and it's full, but it's very smooth. Even on the retro hell, at first it's kind of burny, but once you back it off, it's very smooth.
Mm-hmm. Well, JJ's on track. Boy, the man's on fire.
Mhm.
It's on fire.
I do a lot of research, especially now in the rep game. I really want to learn my leafs and my profiles and.
Oh man, no. All right, well, you know, so it's funny. So I get home early, right, or at a decent time, so that so that I could feed Rocco. Only just to find out, just at this second, that the mission had the neighbor across the street's daughter come over to feed him, which hence the reason why he hesitated when I told him go eat.
So we got 2 dinners tonight.
So I'm very glad that he's outside.
Damn it, I can't find what I'm looking for.
Because that boy dropped some Tyrannosaurus bricks, bro.
So this wouldn't be a foundation cigar, would it?
Now, are we already taking guesses on companies? Is that your guess? Foundation?
Yeah, because JJ got the basis.
I know it.
Okay. JJ, what company you think?
Espinosa.
Okay. And Don?
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
So
JJ.
Pete, look at your phone. I texted you something about 10 minutes ago.
It fits. It fits.
JJ, God dog it.
But I can't find what I'm looking for.
Is the answer to that? You don't have to say what the question was, but is the answer to that question yes?
I responded back, man. Don't be getting yelling at me, bro.
Oh, hey.
You're a little aggressive, man.
No fighting, no fighting.
It's a little aggressive. Can I at least finish this bottle?
Hey, don't let him finish it because he's gonna try to crack you over the head with it.
You know I ain't gonna waste the fluid, baby.
That's why I say don't let him finish it.
Yeah. So
That was one of the things my doctor asked because with my surgery I'm technically not supposed to drink or I'm not supposed to have sugar and all that good stuff, and alcohol turns to sugar in your body. She's looking at me, she's like, so no alcohol? And I'm like, and she goes, it's funny how at the 1 year mark, everybody's like, yeah, no, I'm not doing anything. And at the 2 year mark, almost everybody's like,
I dabble.
dabble, yeah.
I dabble.
In moderation.
I'll tell you what though, with the surgery that I had, and I don't mind sharing with everybody, I had the gastric sleeve done, and so your stomach is much smaller, so you can't process the alcohol. So I'm talking like I'm a one drink, just
cheap date.
Yeah, man, just like one drink, and I'm feeling it. Like if I had a second drink, I would be beyond the realm where I like to be. I don't like to be out of control of my body and that kind of stuff. So a second drink, normally I'd be like, ooh, I don't know. Before surgery, I could have 2, 3, 4 drinks and still, I'm not going to say I would be under the limit or any of that stuff, but I would be in control of my faculties.
So PC, what was the company you thought it was? Foundation?
Yeah.
JJ, you said Espinosa.
Yes.
Good guess. And Don, what do you think yours is?
You want me to say it?
Say it.
I think mine's a Man of War.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Talking about 3 different. I mean, obviously, Don, you have a whole complete different smoke. I could have sworn I said everyone the same smoke, which tells me that somebody smoked what they weren't supposed to smoke.
But then why would I have this with the Leaf and Ash band on it?
Did those have Leaf and Ash on it?
Yes.
So then,
Yeah,
I said you guys 2 smokes. Remember?
Yep. There's this one, and the one in the real dark cellophane.
Right. And I smoked the one in the real dark. That's your house blend. Right? Yeah. And then I had this one.
But then I could have sworn I sent you guys 2 with the Leaf and Ash.
Mm-mm.
No? Huh. Interesting. Maybe I smoked them. That's a real strong possibility.
That was during your Uncle Nearest era.
Yeah. Listen, man, that Uncle Nearest ain't no joke, man. Holy crap! Hold on, man. That Uncle Nearest ain't that 1856, man. Woo. I'm telling you. So I found another bottle at Willet's at Costco, right? And
Right.
it's funny. So this was 111. They had some that were 110, 108, 107. It was weird. You know what I mean?
That is
Yeah,
weird.
it was weird. I found one that was 114. I'm like, good Lord, man. 100, dude, that's crazy. 114.
What do you guys normally pay for just regular Blantons?
Well, if you go to secondary, like a mom and pop
Yeah.
store, you're paying $200-$300.
Well, here it's 179.
Ooh, nah, not even. Where I was getting, I don't get them anymore. I have like 4 or 5 bottles now. But
You know what the distributor pays for it? Distributor pays $35 for it.
That's
it's
just,
crazy.
God.
Supply and demand, man. Look at the Elmer T. Lee, right? I told you guys,
Yeah.
$300, $400 for a bottle.
So this one here is $17.92, but it's the full proof. It's 117.
Yeah, I don't even know how much the small batch is. The small batch isn't that high proof.
It's not.
No, it's not. I think it's like 90.
Which I do have to say, though, this old fashioned with that Traverse City Whiskey Company in it is pairing very well. It is not overpowering this cigar. And I mean, that's the balance we try to find.
Right.
And for me, 90 proof, 80 to 90 proof is right in the wheelhouse for me. If I'm going to drink it neat or just over some ice or whatever, without being an old fashioned or adding this simple syrup and all that kind of stuff to it. If I'm just going to drink it neat or over ice, 80 to 90 is right in the wheelhouse for me.
I'm gonna kill this.
But and that's the whole thing, right? Because pairing is such a big part of cigar smoking. Like, you got guys who, man, dude. That's what you drinking earlier?
The Grandpappy.
So I'm pour just a little bit in there, see if I can get
Well,
some other notes out
Pete,
of the cigar.
you were talking about the pairings, and go back to last night. It's not even just the alcohol pairing. Go back to last night. You smoked a cigar that when you first lit it, you were like, "Oh man, I'm not feeling this." But you had eaten some really spicy stuff beforehand, and then once that kind of wore off your palate, the cigar kind of grew on you. So that goes to show you if you don't like a cigar, give it a shot again with something else. After you've eaten something else, give it a shot. Now, if it's just awful, like our friend, the 1876.
Oh,
if
they're just awful, then they're just awful. But
so, and the crazy part is, right? And I was drinking gin and tonic last night, and I'll share what I was smoking last night. I was smoking the Corona Oscar, I think it's called, by GTO. Right, this is the band. Beautiful band.
absolutely.
And initially I was like, oh my Lord, man, this is just, but I also just finished eating something spicy, right?
Right.
And that's the worst thing for you guys. Lesson to be taught here, right? Don't ever smoke cigars after you eat something hot and spicy. Hot is one thing, but spicy is another. Anything with any type of hot sauce or, I had some jalapenos and, and stuff like that. So, and it kind of ruined my palate in the beginning until my palate kind of calmed down. And then I really, really started enjoying that cigar. So far, this is the second GTO that I've smoked. And I'm like, okay, great. I love that Atlanta. The Atlanta that I smoked. That one, that's a banger. We definitely got to get those guys on, hopefully soon. So we had it, guys, next week, Wednesday, on YouTube and on Facebook Live, we're going to have the founders of Hayes Great Cigars, Wu and Pedro, his brother, Ramos, and I believe Valerie, which is Ruth's wife. So we'll be with them next week. Hopefully you guys will get your cigars by tomorrow and something like that. Because I was trying to get it to you guys by the day, but that was not gonna happen.
no way.
Yeah.
I
I ended up getting mine today, but you know, just
Oh,
to,
yeah,
yeah, I got mine. Just to follow up on what you were saying, but that GTO, it started off really spicy, so it's going to be spicy when you light it up. I mean, for the ones that I've had, they've been really spicy or whatnot.
let that be light.
So yeah, you might want to watch what you eat in the process of
Well,
smoking
I
anything.
just recommend it and not to avoid spicy food altogether if you're gonna have a cigar right afterwards.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just, or at least let your palate calm down. You know, rinse it off. You know, get some club soda or something sugary to kind of just balance it out and just kind of, you know, get rid of some of that heat. You know.
You know, and I blame it on my wife. For whatever reason, we like to eat. You get Doritos and you pour Valentina hot sauce all over it. We eat it as a snack all the time. It's a red 40 overdose, is what it is. But you eat that, and then you come in here and you get a nice, you know, spicy habano. You're done.
Yeah.
And then right, the smoke is not enjoyable.
Mm-mm.
You know, it's just not enjoyable. And you kind of ruin that cigar, and no fault of it, you know, other than your own. And it just, yeah, it wasn't a smart pairing for me. I should have just waited, before I lit that cigar up. Well, I don't know about you guys, like, especially after I eat. Like the first thing I want is just I want to go sit down and
Mm-hmm.
Relax.
get my food and relax and have a smoke. You know. All right, guys. So you guys are already pretty much on the last third. Damn, I think we all are.
Yeah, we're all pretty close.
So are you guys still getting some of the same notes, or?
I'm going to say at this point, it's definitely ramped up in body. I'm getting a little more leather right now, but I'm still getting the rest of the notes I stated before, just a little more leather, and it's amped up to. It's definitely full bodied at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, mine is still smoking really smooth, but kind of it mellowed out and got that floral taste.
Don?
Whatever that note that I'm chasing is like at the forefront now. It's all taste now, and I can't describe it. It's a little bit sweet. It's a little. I get the feeling like when I eat, not the taste. Don't get me wrong, not the taste, but a feeling when I eat like honey roasted peanuts. That sweet and savory at the same time. No, kind of.
Okay.
I'm chasing this note, and it's at the forefront now. And I can't figure out what it is.
Right.
And I'll say this: the Retro Hells is a little bit more. It seems like it's hotter than what it normally would be. Not just because it's at the end of the stick, but it's burning just a little bit more on the Retro Hell.
I mean, you guys are on your game tonight, boy. Let me tell you.
Tell you what, I've retrohaled every puff on this cigar, and I'm loving it. I don't usually do that on every puff. I'm loving this. And if it is what I think it is, I'm going to be really frustrated with myself. I haven't smoked more of them.
We're almost there, gentlemen. We're almost there.
Man.
But I mean, like I said, on no profile, the things that you guys are tasting, almost pretty much spot on. Spot on. And also, and the thing, I'll say what I was gonna say after I reveal.
So what, are you smoking the same cigar they're smoking, Panda?
No.
Oh, so what are you getting out of yours? We haven't talked about cigar.
Mine is very. This particular smoke is tastes a lot of hay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be very honest with you. It's an okay cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I would have had another cigar in front of me, I probably would have put this one down and smoke and lit that one
Okay.
up.
Okay.
You know, this one was given to me a while ago, and I'll show you the seller on this one.
Mm.
Duh.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I think that this cigar is past its prime. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah. When I first got
it rested you've had it too long, or just the cigar, just the cigar industry's passed it up type thing.
No, they had who gave it to me had it way too long.
Oh.
And then they gave it to me. They gave this to me about maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, to me, when I got it, it was semi hard. You know what I mean? And it just so I put it in my but sounds like an ED problem. But anyway, so and, I put it in my prep humidor. And I put an extra Bermuda pack in there, you know what I mean, to kind of get things. And I finally, you know, it's spongy. It's not spongy, but it's soft enough that I could get a good draw out of it. I did an ankle cut on it early when I first started, and it wasn't. Matter of fact, initially, I don't know if you guys saw me, I was using the draw, you know, the plug to see if I could get a good draw, and I finally did. And I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to use my guillotine and cut the tip off and just like.
Here's a question for you guys. Something that I realized today. So I have a 50 liter the refrigerator style humidor in my house, and I use the gel, you know, the
crystals,
the jars, yeah. And so I was having some dryness issues, so I put another one in there, and I filled them both up at the same time with the solution. When I went in there today, one of those gels was almost completely dry, and the other one was just as I had it the other day when I filled it. Any explanation to that? I mean,
working off each other.
You think they're going? Yeah, I mean, it was kind of weird to me. I was like, man, I gotta refill this one, but this one's already still full. I was like, that's kind of weird.
I think they might be working off each other.
So
good, BC, good. Say what you gonna say.
Where was your humidity?
So I keep my ambient humidity in my humidor, and I know you guys are going to cringe when I say this, but it's about 71% or so, which makes my cigars at about 66 to 68.
Okay,
is where I keep it. You know, so the ambient is there 71 to 72, and then my cigars end up 68 or so. You know.
So here's another question: do you have those jars on the same shelf or on different shelves?
I have them right next to each other.
I think they're working off each other.
Yeah, you might want to take one out. Like I have two in my big humidor.
Yeah.
And I don't keep them on the same shelf. I have one on the top drawer, and then I have one on the second to last drawer. You know, so it kind of works. And remember how many cigars you have in there as well. You know.
Yeah, I have two boxes of cigars plus loose cigars and that kind of stuff. So
just 2 boxes. 2
boxes that I'm going to say right now might be leaving my hands if we end up getting to 500. Just saying, just putting that out there. You know,
we're getting pretty close, but
yeah.
A little extra,
and they may be signed by somebody. I'm just saying. I don't know who. I'm not. You know.
Hey, did I sign one of those boxes?
I'm keeping that one, man. What are you talking about?
Okay.
What would be bad is if we just got a blank box made. It'll hold like 10 cigars, and we each put, 2 of our favorite cigars in it. And get our logo put on it and have that be a giveaway. I think that'd be really cool, and it wouldn't be that hard to get made. I think that would be really special.
That would be nice. That I would like to do when we reach at least 1,000 subscribers, right? Because that'd be something special. And then, I would like for us to Game Man, if we could probably do it. I mean, of course, some money to get it done. Like, I have all our logos engraved in the box in each corner, and then just ship the box to everybody, so we could just sign it as a thank you for everybody. That's another idea. But
I mean, if you're getting it laser printed, all you got to do is put your signature on a piece of paper and send it to you, and that way they can scan it and it'll laser print on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is true, but it's not as personable.
Right.
Yeah, that's
what I mean. I think that if we all sign it, I think it'd be a little bit more personable. Yeah, 2 sticks a piece. That's 8 sticks. You know what I mean? And of your favorite cigar, and it could be whatever you guys want to throw in there. I've smoked as much as I can smoke with that cigar box.
Yeah.
Which I think I did pretty well. So we got 4 minutes before we hit that hour mark, guys. So before we do the reveal, let's give a special shout out to our sponsors of Guapo, right?
Yes.
TheGodfather.com. And of course, you guys know the Panda's home line, Burn One Cigar Bar. So you got that beautiful beat footage.
I got it, baby.
Let's roll them.
We go.
What's going on, guys? This is your boy Panda, and your boy Panda has some great news. We have teamed up with Burn One Cigar Bar, located at 7328 Royal Palm Boulevard in Margate, Florida. Guys, Burn One Cigar Bar is your go-to destination for the finest selections of premium cigars at unbeatable prices. Step into a world of luxury and relaxation as you indulge in the smooth flavors and exquisite aromas of our carefully curated cigars collection. But that's not all. Burn One Cigar Bar has teamed up with us for an exclusive sponsorship opportunity just for you. When you call Burn One and purchase any box of cigars, you unlock a fantastic discount of 20% of your order using special discount code PANDA. You can contact Burn One at 954-970-0001 or on their social media pages, Facebook and or Instagram. Guys, don't miss this chance to elevate your cigar experience without breaking the bank. Visit Burn One Cigar Bar today, mention discount code PANDA, and treat yourself to premium cigars at incredible value. Hurry up, this offer won't last. Burn One Cigar Bar, where luxury meets affordability, and they ship nationwide. Peace.
A little peek behind the curtain. As that commercial is playing, we're all reciting it as it's going.
Uh-huh.
All right, guys, let's get to the nitty gritty now. So I'm going to start with you, Don, because you had a different stick. Which one do you think it is?
I think mine's the straight up Man of War Salomon.
It is the Man of War Salomon. Golly, man. I got to do better, man. JJPC?
Well, I have 2 choices because you put something on my mind. But when I said foundation, I was thinking it was one of the Charter Oaks.
Okay.
But my second choice was the Plasencia, because the way it started off in some of the notes that was on it was the Armadillo Fuego, which is the red label. But that's my second choice.
JJ?
First and foremost, I'm going to go bam. And I still have to say, I'm going to go with my second choice, which was originally my first. The Tatuaje Tojonu, however you say it.
Toju?
Yes. That's my 2.
So your guys, it is Espinosa. It is the Warhead 10.
Yes.
The Warhead 10. The Warhead 10, guys. The Warhead 10. and the thing is this, right? Because I had gotten those cigars way in advance, and I shipped those guys to you how long ago?
It's been a couple months.
Yeah.
Right? And this is and I knew it was gonna be kind of tricky because you guys already had smoked them already after the fact. You know what I mean? And it's just like, yeah, you know what? I go, let's do it anyways. I had a feeling you guys were gonna pick up on it, but but listen, it's still fun. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, I had a blast.
It's to kind of do something different.
It is.
But,
I like these because we talk about the cigar, but we also get into, because you can't just talk about a cigar for an hour. We get into other stuff, and some little peek behind the curtain to our personal lives and that kind of stuff. It's,
We smoke so many Connecticut broadleaves that now once it hits the tongue, it's like yes. And then we smoke a lot of Nicaraguan tobacco, and you can tell as you were smoking it that it was a Puro.
Yeah.
Because I'm not saying it don't have transition, because it does transition, but it's not a huge transition through the thirds of the cigar.
You talk about broadleaf, and broadleaf is probably my favorite leaf, my favorite wrapper leaf. But the weird thing is, my favorite cigar doesn't have broadleaf in it. It's kind of crazy. My favorite cigar is a Mexican San Andreas, and wrapper with the different fillers. But that's kind of weird for me, because by far broadleaf is my favorite leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is really good cigar here, dude.
Yeah. I try, like I said, for whatever reason, we kind of got away from this segment. Excuse me, from this segment. I kind of like these segments. You know what I mean? I think, just like that first one that I sent you guys, when I sent you guys the Attic series, that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was fun because it was something that no one smoked.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I put it in that little envelope before you guys got to give me your choice. But yeah. But I am in the middle of working on something else, another new blind smoke. This one's gonna be tricky. Tricky. Yeah, only
It's
because I don't
tricky
think any of you guys have smoked them yet. You know what I mean? So, and just like you had a shit, golly, but yeah,
PC not only PC'd himself, he tried to burn himself down.
you better watch those nuggets. So yeah. But anyways, guys, listen. If you like what you see, once again, guys, hit that subscribe button and share it. Keep on watching. And if you guys are watching this episode to the end, if you made it this far, hit that subscribe button. It costs you guys nothing. We got a lot of good
subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe button. Help us out. Get there to 500. Then obviously our next goal will be 1,000. We got a couple of things going. Don't forget to reach out to us and to see us next week, Wednesday live. We'll be posting some stuff next week. As we get closer with Ru and Pedro Ramos from Hayes Grace Cigars.
What's the date on that? Is that the 23rd? 23rd, I think. Yeah.
Is it the 23rd?
Yep. I think it's the 23rd. Yeah.
It is the 23rd. So we'll be sending posts out there, guys. If you guys have not tried Hayes Grace, listen, I've had the luxury of smoking 3 out of the 4. I'm going to be smoking the 4th cigar during that live. I sent these guys their cigars already. I don't know who got what because I had Janet assist me in grabbing the cigar and putting it in each guys' boxes like I did the last time. So I don't know who got what to kind of make that interesting.
Yeah.
So I know that there was one cigar that wasn't there. I don't know why. I think 2 of you guys are going to have the same smoke.
But guys, when you think about all what we're doing here, this whole boutique craft cigar, whatever you want to call it, revolution that's happening, there is some fantastic cigars out there, look, I enjoy my Davidoffs, I enjoy my Padrones, I enjoy whatever, the Plasencias, but man, some of these, even the ones that I go, that wasn't the greatest cigar, but it was still good.
Yeah.
But the other 4 in the line are fantastic. So the bad cigar, the quote unquote bad cigar in their line is still good. It's just not as good as the other ones.
Mhm.
These guys are mad scientists, man. They're figuring out new blends and it's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
It is.
And listen, and I think we've all, I think we see, and I mentioned this last night. I think JJ, you jumped on Charles Cigars podcast last night. I was working my detail and I was watching them. And let me tell you something. Like there's something about, there's a movement. There is a movement happening right now with boutique cigars. And it'd be a crying shame that if you're a true enthusiast, that you're not out there willing to try new cigars, especially give these new up and coming cigar companies a chance.
Yes.
I promise you won't be disappointed. I'm not gonna say that every boutique cigar company that's coming out with a brand is gonna blow your mind out. It's gonna, because I've had some disappointments.
Mhm.
But a lot of them do.
Right, but I was willing to try because as a true enthusiast, I'm willing to try and spend that money to help, one, support up and coming boutique cigar companies, and two, to experience something new, something different, something out of the norm. Because after a while, it gets, everything gets very complacent, right?
Yes.
You get tired of tasting the pepper, this and that, the leather, and it's good to see how they decide to put their blends together.
And if you think about it, these legacy brands, if I had something that sold out the shelves, I wouldn't change it either. Just to be honest with you, but to see these guys that are trying to break into the business, and at one point, Padron was a craft cigar, and Davidoff was a craft cigar, and whoever else, Drew Estate was a craft cigar. At some point in their coming up, they were a craft, and somebody gave them a chance and went, "Damn, that's a good cigar,"
Mhm.
and they blew up into what they are today, and we heard stories from Nick Perdomo, him traveling the East Coast, making collect calls home just so his wife knew he was okay, and now you look at Nick Perdomo, and he's one of the he's one of the titans in the industry, type thing, and all these guys started out that way, and I wish, and I don't know enough about the industry to know if it's true or not, but I wish those guys would really throw their weight behind some of these smaller craft guys and say, "This is how I started. Give these guys a shot."
Yeah.
I think about it like in boxing, right? You have that sponsor, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You would think that these guys would take somebody under their wing,
Yeah,
right? And give them that push.
yeah.
And they may not give them that push, but they're watching at the very least.
Oh yeah,
Right.
They're watching.
of course they are. Of course,
And
listen, all of a sudden you see these guys come up with their version of price friendly cigars, right?
Or their limited release,
Right.
Right.
It's-
And like I said before, there's always room for everybody in this thing. It's about your marketing and your longevity, man. So, if you don't quit, you win. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Also, but you know what? And we've said this before. Guess what? Without people like you guys out there, people like us, these guys, these legacy cigar companies wouldn't be legacy at all. Okay? And these boutique guys, they're not trying to become legacies per se. They just want people to enjoy their cigars
Mhm.
and at an affordable price and just be afforded the opportunity for somebody to try the cigars. Because there are a lot of cigars out there. The hardest part is to get them into a consumer's hand so they can smoke.
Yeah. And another one that, they're somewhat new to me and they gave me a chance to rep is Founders.
Yes.
And I've smoked their Maduro. I still have to try their Barber Pole, their Candela, their Habano, and their Connecticut. But that Maduro was great. And and every one of their cigars it's $10 or less.
Yeah. So, I mean, and listen, I mean, with everything going up right now, where are you going to find a cigar like that? You know what I mean? Outside of West Tampa. But anyways,
JJ, I'm going to share with you too, and I've shared this with you before, man. I'm so proud of you with
Thank you.
from where you started. Now you're ripping multiple lines. What did we say last night? You're not a rep anymore. You're a broker.
You're broker. That's right.
So proud of you, man. So
yeah, bro.
yeah.
But once again, guys, we appreciate you guys' support and watching. Whatever day you guys get to see this, we appreciate your support. We appreciate your love. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.